We continue to ask questions about why a police chase started that led to the deaths of 2 people.
It all began on 131 and it went into Kentwood. Today, Michigan State Police say their trooper was justified in pursuing the suspect, but it was not an easy decision.
Any pursuit is dangerous, and this is a horrible outcome.
2 young lives taken in that crash. 21-year-old Tara Oscom and 15-year-old David Torres, both killed in the crash. Oscom, a Calvin College student on her way home, and Torres, a passenger in the suspect's vehicle with his cousin behind the wheel. We do have team coverage for you tonight. Heather Walker has more on what Michigan State Police say about the crash.
But we want to begin with Leon Hendricks, who's learning more about the suspect and his record. Leon.
Brian and Susan, good evening. At this point, prosecutors have not charged the suspect. Likely no rush here because he is in the hospital. At the very least, he's likely facing a serious felony. And records we obtained today give us some critical information about his past. While this may be his worst case, it's not his first case. Alejandro Torres, just 16 years old, likely in a world of hurt after this crash, and soon will likely be in a world of trouble. Police say Alejandro was driving Saturday night, speeding, and he wouldn't stop when a police officer tried to pull him over. He led the officer on a high-speed chase until this, a crash and the death of 2 people. He had no business on the road, no driver's license at all, but he has what seems to be a habit of driving anyway. 3 different times last year busted by Grand Rapids police, March, April, and May. In the last incident, he was driving the car now seen mangled here, his mom's 2005 Chrysler 300. The teen also has 2 2015 cases, one for carrying a concealed weapon, brass knuckles knife combo, and another for stealing a car. After those cases, the judge ordered him not to break any more laws. Now, this weekend, police say they spotted Torres going 90 in a 70. This time, he would not stop. Unlicensed, high-speed chase, and now a tragedy. Now, Alejandro's family dealing with twofold grief. Alejandro's cousin was killed in the crash, and Alejandro is facing criminal prosecution. The family backed out of an interview set up with us. They say, anticipating what's ahead, they've lawyered up. We are live in downtown Grand Rapids outside the courthouse. Leon Hendricks, 24-hour News 8.
All right, Leon, thank you for the live report.
Michigan State Police tonight saying the trooper's chase was justified even in the busy area within the Kentwood city limits. 24-hour News 8's Heather Walker is learning why MSP is standing behind that decision, which turned out to be a deadly one. Heather?
Yeah, that crash ended just behind me here. You can see this is a busy area. MSP allows the troopers to make the decision. They use the troopers' discretion to decide when they go ahead and chase. MSP spokesperson says despite the horrible outcome of this chase, they're not changing its policy at this time.
I want to offer my condolences to the families of those that were killed in this tragic incident. I hope that God sees his way to help them through the days, weeks, and months to come.
2 lives lost in a matter of minutes. Today, Lieutenant Chris McIntyre with MSP's Rockford Post says the chase covered 6 miles in 5 minutes. It started as a speed stop. The driver of the car was going 90 on 131, where the speed limit is 70. We're told a 20-year vet, Trooper Chris Bomarito, pulled the car over. It stopped for a few seconds, then took off, and the trooper chased. It just seems like a big risk to take for someone who's speeding.
We don't know what's happening inside that car.
Troopers take 7 aspects into consideration: the nature of the violation, troopers' familiarity with the area, the suspect, the speed they're traveling, traffic, weather, and the capability of the police vehicle to chase. You still feel the trooper was justified, checked off all of those 7 boxes?
I absolutely do.
A sergeant listening to the pursuit could have called off the chase at any time, but they also chose not to. McIntyre says MSP updated its chase policy a few years ago, mandating that officers review the policy each year. Will this case make or have you consider any further changes?
Not at this point.
News 8 has reported on other local police agencies changing its chase policy to exclude misdemeanor offenses like traffic stops. And it's proved to reduce injuries and deaths dramatically. But MSP says those agencies are in densely populated areas, whereas MSP covers both rural and city roads.
It's almost apples and oranges.
No changes now, but MSP says they are always reviewing policies, so we may see changes in the future. Right now, there's still an internal investigation going on, and also the Kent County Prosecutor's Office will investigate as well. We'll keep you posted as this case moves forward. Reporting live in Kentwood, Heather Walker, 24-hour News 8.
All right, interesting insights from state police on their justifications. Thank you, Heather.